What's up everybody? Omid, Succeed with Omid here again. I want to talk today a little bit about pelvic control and stability, and actually just a little tiny bit of strength inside of there too. If you've ever been having trouble with low back pain on crunches, sit-ups, if you're still doing sit-ups, by the way, stop, or planks, or any type of leg exercise where your back starts to overarch or underarch, this might actually be a pretty cool exercise for you to try. I call them heel drops. But the idea is, this is one of those ones that we want to slow down, have a lot of patience on, and make sure we're getting the right tracking inside the hip, okay? Lying down on the floor is just fine. I just happen to have a little table here. Keeping a neutral spine. You should be able to fit 2 fingers right underneath that lower back. And then we're going to flex the hips. That does not mean pivoting the pelvis. It means holding the pelvis still, so if you want to grab your hands, it's great. And picking each knee up right over the hip, so they're perpendicular, okay, to the ground. Now, what I'm going to do is, without moving the hip bones, I'm going to drop one of the heels down to the ground. Hip drops, yeah, or heel drops, yay. Straight down. You'll notice I'm going really, really slow. Because what the challenge with this is the hip flexor system here, the quads, and the hamstrings. They're going to have trouble holding still on one side of the body while the other one's going. So the whole time what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my gaze to this knee and foot to make sure they're holding completely still. This isn't quite a strength exercise per se. There's not really a lot of anything heavy going on here. But what I'm learning to do is control flexion of the hip and extension of the hip in smoothness and stability. And what I've found in my career so far is that a lot of people that are missing this smoothness and ability to control something as simple as this will often have a lot of low back pain, weak cores, tight shoulders, knee and ankle pain, a lot of this clicking in the hip, especially just in heavy stuff. It'll really start to come out. And this is one way to kind of clean this up. I give it to a lot of people as homework, as a warm-up before anything. My hips are starting to get on fire. And at first, what ends up happening is you've really got to squeeze in here pretty hard. Some people have trouble breathing. They're trying to squeeze their pelvis so hard. It kind of feels like you need to go to the bathroom and you're holding yourself. But my abs, believe it or not, are actually starting to get a decent workout because they're holding the spine really, really still. Okay? Now, I'm going to cut to a shot of my perspective on the knees because there's one little trick for where the feet are actually supposed to be in relation to the knees. So here's the starting position of this heel drop. Bending the hips you can't really see from this position, but you can see the feet. And one of the challenges, I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but the legs on this side is actually externally rotated a little bit. This one on this right side is not so much. One little tip I have for you guys, if you're dropping this heel down real easy here, rotate so you can't see the feet. That means the feet and the knees are hip distance apart, and then try and maintain that squeeze internally in rotation as you drop through. You're going to find this a lot harder because it's a position that we don't hold very often with the inner thigh. Hiding the feet behind the leg, controlling. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am having a lot of difficulty with this. This is not an ego exercise. Leave the ego at the door with these. But this will help you get strength in squats, deadlifts, lunges, jumping, all the fun stuff. There you have it, guys. Easy little exercise to test for stability in the hips and the knees, low back movement. All these things are really big critical errors when it comes to giant squats, deadlifts, those types of exercises. And a lot of us, myself included, I used to really only train the big heavy stuff, and I started to notice the wear and tear on my body. So little stability exercises like this, I know they're not ego builders that much, but they really can help out quite a bit, not only in diminishing the amount of pain or discomfort we have in a lot of our lives, but it'll also help
keep us healthy while we're doing those big giant movements and get those numbers up. Alright? Have fun with this. If you have any other questions on this, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.